Hey y'all, IRIX guy here, back again with another live show. Not doing this one from the studio, but again, I'm going to have a studio live show. Thanks again for the last live show that I had in the studio. Great, had a couple great guests. I had Trevor, and then also a very private gentleman. They were the two on the live show talking about obviously talking about wristwatch collecting, and really good conversation. Look forward to a lot more live shows like that one very soon. This is just the walk show, kind of a strategic show where I walk and we talk about the plan for upcoming live shows, as well as as the future roadmap for videos. And got a lot of stuff, as usual, in the works. I've got a lot of ton of content from the Appalachian Trail that I'm editing. I filmed about 750 gigs of video. /IRIX guy, Hybrid Life, whist, as Archie Luxury would say. Hybrid Life, what's on the agenda? Are you still liking the Pelagos? And better yet, are you glad that you went with it instead of waiting for the Marine Nationale? I know at the time you got the Pelagos, or Pelagos, however you want to say, or Pelagos. People say it all different ways. They didn't have the Marine Nationale. The case height on your Pelagos is too high. Well, it's interesting you say that, because I found the case height, the original Black Bays, they were too high. Same as the Black Bay GMT, too high. But remarkably, you need to get rid of the Pelagos and get the Tudor Chrono, because it is kind of high, but it's proportional. And, that's something that you don't get. Let's put it this way, that's an area for improvement. Aqua Racer. That's old school, man. Yeah, I remember back in the, it's a good watch, by the way. I remember back in the probably the 80s or 90s, Tag Heuer was where it was all, they were kind of the watch. Yeah, well, you might want to consider the reverse Panda. Now the Panda is going to wear a little bit larger visually because it's white primary dial. But keep in mind, those snowflake hands and stuff, they're going to blend in with the Panda dial. So, the legibility on the reverse Panda or the inverted Panda, is probably preferred. But the Panda dial, it has, from a collector's point of view, it's got the similarities to the Paul Newman Daytona. So, that color combination is Panda for sure fits me. Snowflake hands don't bother me at all. Yeah, but just remember that contrast of the snowflake hands and the primary white dial. It's not going to stand out as much as as the black dial. Either one's great, and I've really enjoyed. I've only been wearing the Tudor inverted Panda, with the black primary dial. Only been wearing it for a few days, but I will say at 41 mil, the proportions are perfect, and also the I don't find the pushers to be too large. Hybrid Life says, I'm trying to pick up a GMT2 1670 LN for under 12. Now, 1670, I don't have my references in front of me. Which GMT Master 2 is that? Is that the ceramic with the green hand, or is that a different? I don't have the references in front of me right now. Yeah, definitely. Something I want to add is is the root beer. I'm really wanting to get that, but I'll do that in a few years. Yeah, it's funny, Hybrid Life, when I bought the Green Hand Ceramic, when I bought my sub 114060, that's another one they had and I tried on. Actually, it was one of the few that I tried on. I knew I was going to get the sub no date in the Cayman Islands, but I tried on the Green Hand, and it's funny, they discontinued it a few years after that, because I think that was 2013 or so, whenever I posted that Submariner video that you watched where I was in the water. And they discontinued the Green Hander, and now it has really exploded in popularity. And I think one of the reasons is some people, some collectors don't want they don't want a Pepsi with blue and red, or they don't want a Batman with black and blue. Yeah, no date. And I don't, again, I don't regret the purchase decision. I mean, the no date was a no-brainer, and I knew what I was getting would never, it's always going to be a classic. Well, in the GMT, I tell you that just that Green Hand on that GMT is something that sets it off. Yeah, no, that's good, and and green's significant for the brand as well. I mean, anything that you can find with green or red is usually something that's going to do really well. Yeah, you're right. They had it, and if I was a flipper, because see, back when I got the no date, I mean, it was just it and the Kermit both were in there. They had both. They had one Kermit, it was new old stock, and then they had the Hulk. But I know, not being a flipper, I know I made the correct decision, because that green is cool, but that's not necessarily something you want every day, whereas the black is pretty much just there you go. No, you're right. I mean, it's just a matter of personal preference. So I don't know what it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I could have, but there's a lot of other things I wanted to do too, So, matter of looking back at it, as much as everything is just going crazy, if I could have seen the future coming, that's what I would have done, is done both. There's no reason not to. Yeah, it is. But, it's one of those things, Hybrid Life, as you know, and as I know, it's a positive thing. I mean, as long as you're an intelligent investor, which I know you are, and again, this is not financial advice, just for entertainment purposes only, but it's a smart thing to be involved with. The people that mess up are the people that that throw money into a hole. They're buying maybe they think they're buying a cool brand, but they're buying the references that are undesirable. So they may like them when they buy it, or think they do because the salesperson sold them on it, but the reality is that they're stuck with something that is likely a depreciating asset. So it's all about being smart, and that's the whole thing. I mean, if you're sticking with the core references, if you know what you're doing, what you do, you obviously know what you're doing, you can do really well. And that's something that a lot of people don't realize. I mean, right now, especially, I mean, everything is so inflated right now that you know, people don't realize that, you know, you need to park. You need to park. Well, you don't. I mean, this is for entertainment purposes only, but some people choose to park things in appreciating assets, and that's that is a, especially right now, is a very smart thing to do. Hybrid Life just said, he said, once I get 50,000 subs, we need to make a vid of both of us going to the AD and getting sports models. I agree. One thing with that, the AD is going to have sports models. Hopefully that'll correct itself soon. I mean, I can't see this continuing, the shortage or the perceived shortage. Yeah, but that'd be a cool video, man. Yeah, it's it really is crazy what you know, how this supply is. Go back. Oh, we'll go to your AD. Oh yeah, but your AD works. Your AD seems to have everything that people want. Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to continue. So, Hybrid Life, great question. What's the longest that you've had to wait for any of your references? You're looking at a few months. You're looking at a few weeks. What's the longest you've had to wait? Hybrid Life says, as long as the Fed keeps printing hot and ready, inflation will only skyrocket. Yeah, I mean, no, you're right. It's only going to get worse. Hybrid Life says his AD is invite only. Very cool. Yeah, that's the direction a lot of them are heading, man. You know, you've got one. I've got one as well, and that's, you never want to, especially now, you never want to ruin that relationship that's been created. So, and this is probably a crazy question, but could you get a Panda or reverse Panda Daytona, or have you even asked, or you just kind of laughed at? I'm just curious, because I know those are pretty much for most anybody, impossible. I'll get the Starbucks this month and then wait 12 months for Pepsi Jubilee. There you go. Oh, you could. Oh, you've got the VVV VIP connection. That's great. Because a lot of people don't, man. I mean, and yeah, that's something you should never ruin, that earned reputation, because that is super cool. Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, full disclosure, man, I'm kind of not, but I kind of am. Because when originally I just wanted dive watches, but then, you get into that, and you get a ton of dive watches, and you want something different. So, it's just one of those things. It's just kind of, yeah. But I'm with you. I mean, I think I didn't like I like the Panda and reverse Panda. Those are pretty much the only two with the ceramic. I think they look really good. But the other, the ones with the stainless and all that, nah, not too much of a fan. Oh, there you go. So what are you on the list for with that then? Because that's that's another great manufacturer right there. I have a tendency to just like bang stuff into walls, and let's see. Once I graduate school, I'm in line for a retail 571. The neuro, that's crazy. So now, how long? And I'm not a medical guy. I don't really know the correct terminology, but how many years until you become a neurosurgeon? Is it? I mean, on average, is it 5 years, 10 years, some other duration? Wow, 2 years. Whoa, man, that's a wow, that's pretty quick. It's like here's a Cliff Notes version of how to be a neurosurgeon, chapter 1. Then actual surgeon after residency. So you got 10 years. Gotcha. I was thinking to say 2 years. That's kind of Harvard on the highway type pace right there. Yeah, that makes more sense. I don't understand all that. So you do the 2 years and then you do the residency thing for 10. And I guess then you're kind of the lead surgeon or whatever it's called. You can call the shots and train the trainees. Yeah, I got you. See, I don't know what I'm talking about. When it comes to that stuff, man, you've got the knowledge. I don't have the medical knowledge at all. But yeah, I was like 2 years, man. That's that makes more sense. 4 undergrad, 4 medical, 7 residency, 3 fellowship. So what's the fellowship phase? What do you do during that phase? Tell us about it. I did 3 years of fellowship. Plus I did 4 years military before undergrad. There you go. That is very cool. So are you gonna is your goal to work in a hospital, or are you going to start your own neurosurgery office, or I don't know if you can do that. So cranial or spinal, etc. Hybrid Life's cranial correction facility. Hybrid Life's spinal, I don't know. That's the thing, marketing and medical doesn't go together. You don't market your doctor's office with crazy names. I might drop out and get my MBA and start a chain of clinics with my doc friends, to be honest. There you go. Master's of Business Administration. Yeah, but I don't know if you want to drop out, because you really seem like you want to be a neurosurgeon. That's pretty cool. But then again, just running the business side of it, just running the business side of it would be a lot less stress. I mean, yeah, there you go. Definitely, yeah. We want to talk about that on the live show. But when you're dealing with now, you got all these people, and I mean, granted, I don't have any medical. I just today get all these threats of malpractice, and I mean, not to do anything incorrectly, but if somebody tried to paint the picture that a doctor did, then boom, then you got to deal with all that. You got lawsuits out the wazoo, and I mean, that even happens to the best of the medical community. So it's just one of those headaches. Now I know with managing a chain of clinics and stuff too, that could come with its own headache. Not medical headaches, but I guess potentially though, if you had, but you would probably isolate yourself from the tenants, from the doctors in there, who knows. But yeah, so you're looking at the GMT Master 2 with the green hand. What else is on the horizon? Well, you said the Jubilee Pepsi, but what else? Owning a chain is unlimited profit. Yeah, I mean, you get a chain, man, you can really rake in the bucks. Zachary says, how do you have almost 100K subscribers but so little views? YouTube censoring you? No, there's no, let's see, we get to that question here. Zachary, there's 0 profanity on this channel. I never use profanity, and I mean, I keep it clean for all age groups. There's absolutely no censorship. I mean, I'm not Definitely not being censored. But yeah, I don't know. Zachary, speaking of that, so little views, man. I've got, actually, I may be wrong. I'd have to check. I think I've got around, is it 60 million or almost 70 million? You have to check my view count. I think I've got a considerable amount. And I know that's not a big number compared to a lot of channels, but yeah, I mean, it's still like over 60 million video views. So yeah, you may have looked at the wrong specs. Zachary, thanks so much for subscribing. Hybrid Life says Starbucks this month, then Pepsi retail. Retail is the way to go. Box and papers, full set. Hybrid Life says gray market. I'm getting the GMT Green Hand, the red vintage 1680. Oh, that red's significant. That's a good one. That is a very good one. And nothing wrong with that purchase decision at all. So Zachary, tell us about yourself. What brought you to the channel, the Iron Skies Adventure channel? And welcome aboard, by the way, and thanks for subscribing. Yeah, 60 million. Now, when I hit 100 million, which I haven't yet, but I've got a bottle of, it's this Bermudian rum, the Gosling's Family Reserve that I brought back from Bermuda. And I'm gonna open that and enjoy it when I hit 100 million video views. So I'm only about 40 million shy. So I'll get there soon. And that'll be the celebration. Hybrid Life says, I'm telling you, Irish people are sleeping in the GMT Green Hand. Trust me. Oh, no doubt. Well, and the thing about it is that, there's probably not going to be another one. And, it's recommendation from YouTube. What were you watching when you, if you don't mind me asking, what were you watching when you got the recommendation? So I'm always trying to, grow my audience, and this is a prime example of that, because you found the recommendation, you came on board, you subscribed. Yeah, Hybrid Life, I don't doubt it. I think the Green Hand it's a sleeper. It's like anything else. If you do, people get you get the Pepsi and you got the Hulk and you got the Batman, then, you want something black with, something cool like the Green Hand. So, it's interesting how that works. But yeah, I'm with you. I think everything's going to continue to rise. Yeah, I want to know which one Hybrid Life. Got to watch out for traffic, man. You don't want to get run over. These people texting while driving are fools. There's a bunch of fools on the street, for sure. There's no doubt about it. Tons. Hundreds. Zachary says, I was just watching shorts about Scam Baiters LL. In real life, Rosie was playing before you. So it was super random, LOL. James Bond 2021 Seamaster with rifling. Very cool. Yeah, I got, actually, Hybrid Life is funny. I was offered that, the titanium, the titanium with the, what do you call it in terms? It would be the Shark Mesh stainless. Is that the one you're talking about, the titanium, the new Bond, or is it something else? Because I was offered the new Bond, the one with titanium, and I politely declined and said, yeah, I don't like titanium. Oh, okay. Okay, so you're talking about a different one. No, you ought to, I wish we were in the studio live show, because I'd pop up a link, because that'd be a good one to look at. Okay, yeah, I didn't know about it. And I follow Omega pretty closely. That's cool, yeah. We'll have to, what's your, Yeah, you gotta shoot me a photo of it or a link to it, because I definitely haven't seen that one, because it's not the one I was talking about. You'll be roasting steaks when you say, yeah, well, I look forward to seeing that for sure. Now, we're gonna try to get our studio show up. I mean, this is just, walking around and talking. The problem with just walking around and talking is that I don't have the screen share, man. It's awesome when you're on face on video. You and Trevor, and you weren't able to make it to the show the other night. Did I do that Friday night? I think it was. So yeah, we'll try to. Yeah, that 8 p.m. You said 8 p.m. Central's good, so that's when I'm going to try to do these shows, the live shows from the studio, because I definitely like having you on. I like having Trevor on. Marcelo was on, and I wish I could get him on some more. Just get a steady stream of live guests. I think that's the best way to do it. My problem is just finding the consistency. But if I can stick around 8 p.m. Central and then try to do a few per week, I think this is going to turn into something really big. And I want to get your channel up over 50,000 subscribers, because that'll be a good miniature milestone, man, to hit that. Churn through 50,000. Hybrid Life says Trevor just copies everything you say. Hey, nothing wrong with that. That is it's a good thing. So yeah, just burning some calories, man. I didn't even wear the Apple Fitness tracker, so I don't even know how much I'm burning. I'm just walking. Yeah, it will be doable, man, especially with the quantity of pieces that you have access to, man. I would just binge multiple videos about, the same pieces, and just do follow-up videos, do question and answer, try to find flaws with them and call them out. I mean, so much stuff. That's what I gotta do. Of this Tudor Chrono, I've already filmed like 12 videos, or no, actually about 8. And, they're just covering an array of topics. So, it's just kind of interesting how this stuff works. Because people are searching, and, part of it, the Google algorithm is important. But, again, never just play the algorithm. It's about the content. And if you can deliver content that's creative and stands out, especially if you've got something that's heavily searched, you can do really well. Do you think I should be posting on Stocks and Watches or Hybrid Life? Dude, I do the Stocks and Watches, because just with that name alone, you're getting two huge demographics, or two huge topics that are closely related. I mean, pretty much everybody that trades a stock, they also like, to trade watches and stuff too. So I think they go hand in hand. And I think that's a great name, and I feel confident that, you posting on that channel and just get you some catchy, do your channel artwork, make it look really nice. Just wristwatches and make some cool photos and make the header out of that. Just that kind of. Yeah, alone is massive. I mean, it's easy to understand when you hear it. You're like, okay, well, it's about stocks and watches. So, the viewer immediately knows that that's where they need to go to find that content. And I think it's a wonderful name. And you're lucky that you were able to secure that name, for sure, because that's very very hard to stumble upon something like that. I was buying domain names before the internet was even a thing, and before the companies would have spent millions of dollars just to buy the rights. Think about the people that bought like Realtor.com. It's a cash cow, man. Somebody could have sold that for millions, just the name. It's just crazy. Over 50,000 subs gets you a sub. There you go, man. That's that is a good trophy for 50K subscriber milestone for sure. Definitely is. Burning some fat, man. I'm gonna eat me some. Just gonna eat like just something healthy, man. I ate a sub for lunch. Yeah, definitely. You need more. Yeah, I look forward to looking at that Omega when I end this workout. But yeah, that is cool, especially getting new people. When I say new, I mean people. You know, there's the old and dying crowd that's like 70 or 80 or 90. They've been doing this for a long time, but getting the younger demographic, 30-year-old and below, interested in it, there's a lot of value there because, you know, people, and I'm just saying this because I'm older, but, you know, there's things, people get tired of, you know, they get tired of playing video games, they get tired of doing whatever, and it's just a good way to, you know, to collect and potentially invest. How were those 20 ounce steaks? They were great. I had half of one for dinner, the other half for breakfast, and then my wife did the same thing. So I cook them big, and then that way there's 2 meals, man. Just cook you an extra baked potato. Bake those potatoes, wrap them in, roll them in sea salt and olive oil, wrap them tightly in aluminum foil. You got a really crispy outside. You're a big elk eater. Yeah, man. Elk's good. You know, some of that exotic game, you know, elk and bison and that sort of stuff's pretty good. I'm simple, man. I like pork. I like beef, and I like chicken. That's about it. And I definitely love seafood. That's my favorite thing, man. Raw oysters on the half shell. Do you hunt? We need to get in an elk hunting trip in Idaho. Now, I've never been hunting. I do a lot of deep sea fishing, but yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun going out and doing that. I mean, I like the deep sea fishing because I like to eat the seafood, but I'm not a big wild game eater, so that's the only reason I hadn't gotten into it. But yeah, that's cool. Idaho, you got potatoes out there, man. That's the home of the potato. Get you a big potato from Idaho and bake it, or chop it up and make hash browns. Do whatever you want to with an Idaho potato. That is right. So yeah, there's hybrid life. The possibilities are limitless, as you know and I know. So it's gonna keep these shows going. It went straight from light to dark. I'm in Georgia, in the United States of America. Georgia. Yep. It is getting dark. That's how it goes, man. That sun moves. Oh, actually, the sun doesn't move. The earth moves. Sorry. I should have known that. But, yeah, there's things called streetlights, though, that turn on and brighten it up. It's basically Montana. When I say Idaho, beautiful mountain country. Yeah, that's a region I've never been to. I've been to really the only parts of the West that I've been to. Carpo says, Carpo 719, the Village Idiot. Are we walking? Yes, sir. Got to burn this gut, man. Go in and eat some food. LR speaking in code for Georgia. Georgia. Yeah, but yeah, the West. I've been out to British Columbia. I really like that. Very cool terrain. I've been to Denver a few times, but I've never been to Montana or Idaho. And I'd like to do that, just do a lot of backcountry camping. Go out there, get a cabin as well, or, you know, something like just really, really cool. I'd also like to be dropped off in Alaska by a bush plane and have to survive for a week with just a backpack and some guns. Carpo, if you go to Montana, make sure to visit Glacier. Oh man, no doubt. Yeah, Glacier National Park is on my list. I'd also like to go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I think that would be another cool place. I will go wherever the arrows point. Hybrid Ice says, contact your AD about the root beer wine. Are they going to discontinue it? Or is it in that high demand? Or do you know? The root beer. Do. Follow the arrows. And burn some fat. And follow the arrows. Harpo says, we traveled to Glacier and then Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons and then back through Wyoming and out in the Portland area. Very nice. Oh, it's going to be discontinued. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. And then when it's discontinued, it's going to be, well, you won't be able to get it through your AD because they're not going to have new old stock. They don't even have any stock, really. Yeah, that's where I want to go. Yeah, that area, the Portland area, Oregon and all that, I'd love to go out there too. And that's probably very similar to British Columbia because it's, you know, close proximity. I landed in Seattle, Washington. Oh yeah, that one blew up. Yeah, the green. Well, the green, because, you know, green is such a significant color. But yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, and I think the root beer is going to do well too because, you know, people like it because it's a combination of precious metal and the ruggedness of the steel outer link. So are you going to keep the Pelagos or have you decided? If you see a two-tone GMT with a green dial, please let me know. Definitely. I definitely will. I will let you know. Yes, I will. So, trying to find that piece for so long. Yeah, it's funny. It and all those things in 2013 were just right in front of me. You're giving your tags and tubers away as gifts. You're giving away your Pelagos, or are you still trying to figure out if you like it? It's funny you said the case was too tall, because that was my opinion. I tried it on in Providenciales Airport, which is in Turks and Caicos, and I thought the same thing. I thought it was too tall, and because it was made out of titanium, you don't like the left-hand drive. Well, that's the cool one because it's got the red on the dial. Yeah, I can imagine left-hand drive with that case height, unless you're left-handed and you're wearing it on your right wrist, it would be kind of tough to do. It's like having a triple whopper on your wrist. Speaking of that, you just made me hungry, so I'm going to go eat. And Hybrid Life, I'm going to check out the email. Can't wait to see that Omega that you sent the link to. Always good to have you. And we're going to do a studio live show very soon. So, you know, you, Trevor, anybody else that you might know, whether, you know, in real life or online, just see if they want to join too. Thanks for your viewership, everyone. Be sure to subscribe, youtube.com/IrixGuy. Y'all have a good day.